and welcome to my channel, Run With Me at 50 Plus. I am Amanda. Today, as you can see in the description, I am going to go through a recap of the Marine Corps Marathon. Now, the Marine Corps Marathon, which I participated in late October 2025. So, yes, we're going to do a recap. So what I'm going to start with first, which is what I typically do, is show you the apparel and the hardware. So let's start with the apparel. This is kind of a zip up, long sleeve technical tee. Very nice. And this is what it has on the upper left shoulder here. 50th Marine Corps. This was the 50th running of the Marine Corps Marathon, so I was really fortunate to be able to get in and be a part of it. So this is what it has on the sleeve, and it says Marines down one sleeve, and on the other side it is MCM 26.2 Marine Corps Marathon. And of course on the back it typically has all of your sponsors. So, well, actually on this one, I think it just has the big symbol. Is that true? Yeah. So that's what's on the back. This is a really nice tee that they gave us. Now, on to the medal. This is what the medal looks like. Very nice. This is the back of the medal. That's my time there. Yep, and also this medal, you can actually open the medal. Yep, so very nice. So let's dive right into this actual recap. Actually, you know what? I have a couple other items. Let me go on and show you what else they gave us at the finish. They actually gave us a cape. I'm gonna have to move my chair back for this one. This was pretty cool. This is the cape that they gave us. It's a full cape. Open it, get inside and get warm. I made sure I put that on because it was cool that morning. Right after the race was over, you'll see pictures of that. And this is what's on the back of it. It's very nice quality. I see that there are some people who have started making theirs into a jacket. I thought that was kind of clever, to make it into a jacket if you don't want to keep the cape. I'm debating because I may want to take this cape to another race and use it. This was the bag also that they gave us. Oh my God. Okay. So I kind of keep my cape in that bag. Yep, that's that. That's one item, which was very nice. And this is the second item, which I really love and I use on a daily basis. This blanket. Look at that. This is the blanket they gave us. Sadly, some people didn't get blankets. I did hear that. Either they didn't get blankets or they didn't get the cape, but yeah, there were some people that did not get that. One or the other. But this is what it says. Mission accomplished. Semper Fidelis 2025 finisher. So yeah, that's all the nice gear that they gave us. So keep this video from being super duper long. Let's dive on into it. All right, travel. Remember, I come from Georgia. For those who may not know, I come from Georgia. So the travel plans there were no issues with my travel plans. I hopped a flight from Atlanta to DCA. And I also had an Airbnb while I was there as well. So that's pretty much what happened with travel. I think I went in, the race was on a Sunday. I flew in that Saturday morning, went to the expo, and we did the race on Sunday. So that's going to lead me right into the expo. The expo for this race was pretty typical. They had it at the convention center, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a pretty big expo. It had all of your vendors. It had those that had the massage guns and the actual boots that you put on your legs, boots, massaging boots, all your gels, all your other official Marine Corps Marathon gear, just all of that. So it was pretty cool as it related to the expo. We were able to get our race bibs and our shirts. So it did give us the shirts. We didn't get the cape or the blanket until at the finish line along with the medal. So I thought that was really cool. So that was pretty much it for the expo. Now, let's move on into the pre-race day dinner. Now, the pre-race day dinner, we actually ended up going to a pizza parlor. And at the pizza parlor, we got pizza, and then they also had some pasta. So we went down to the Riverwalk, and we got the pizza, ate it at that time, but we ordered pasta to go so that we could have it for the night. So that's kind of how we did, and we left there, went back to our Airbnb, and we just pretty much chilled out at the Airbnb for the rest of the evening, ate our food, and got ready for the next morning, which was race morning. That morning, I got up, did my typical things that I normally do, which is, well, the night before, I get all my gear together, get my bottles filled with my Element and my water. I actually used my hydration vest for this race. So I was able to put the water in my bladder. I only had water in my bladder, but I did have a bottle, just a plain bottle of water, plastic bottle of water with the Element electrolytes in it. And then I took hydration down the course. So that's what happened with the electrolytes. So that morning I got up, I had my peanut butter sandwich, I had my banana, and yeah, that was that. And so we packed everything up and we headed out to the race start line. Now we drove our car, so we had to park in a parking garage, and there was shuttles that took us actually to the start line. So we did all that, didn't have any issues with that. Got there, and we kind of stood around, we chit chat, we took pictures, did some videos and that type thing, and it was time to start the race. Now, as it relates to the race, like I said, it was kind of cool that morning, probably mid 40s to low 50s, perfect weather for running. So basically with this course, it's Washington, D.C. and Arlington, Virginia is where the majority of the course goes. So, of course, you're going to be passing by, the iconic landmarks like the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, you pass by the Capitol Building, and what else? The National Mall. So, yeah, but the race pretty much starts near the Pentagon and the Arlington National Cemetery. But it ends on this like steep incline. Just think about it. You've been running for like 23, 24 miles, and the last 2 to 3 miles are uphill, which is like an uphill climb towards the Marine Corps War Memorial, which is Iwo Jima. So that's kind of how it went. And the course itself, like I said, it was pretty good, pretty flat for the most part, but like I said, you do have your inclines and things like that. Let's see, some of the other landmarks that go along this route is the Smithsonian Museum, the Washington Monument, a couple of bridges that you go over. Good morning, good morning. I'm out here running the Marine Corps Marathon.
This is awesome. This is awesome. Beautiful day.
Are the Francis Scott Key Bridge, and you cross over the Potomac River with that one, and also the 14th Street Bridge. And then along the course, I think like at mile marker 14, they have what is called the Blue Mile, where they have all right, this is the Blue Mile, where they dedicate this mile to those fallen Marines. Some fallen soldiers along that full mile. It has their pictures up there, and they dedicate that mile to those soldiers. So I thought that was really, really cool. Some people were recording, some were not. Most people were kind of silent, just kind of running through that mile and looking at those fallen soldiers, both men and women. So that was pretty much it. The course, let's see what else it passes through. Crystal City, which is probably it's like a major portion of the final 10 kilometers of that race, which runs you through like Arlington, Virginia neighborhoods. And it also passes through the Pentagon Memorial, as I stated. This is what's on the course while we're running around mile 14.
When I say 3, you say 4. When I say PT, you say some more.
Where they near that site where they honored the 911 victims, so that was that as well. But like I said, for the most part, the race course was pretty good. Actually, this race is the race where I've gotten the fastest time. I was 4 hours and 38 minutes, and that's the fastest I've ever run a marathon. So yes, I was kind of excited about that. It was pretty perfect conditions. When I finished, I was a little tired because it is 26 miles. So I was able to kind of sit down, gather myself, drink some more electrolytes, and wait on my friend to finish. But that is pretty much the run of the Marine Corps Marathon. I enjoyed it. Love all of the swag that we got. It was really cool. So after the race ended, we had we went back to our Airbnb, we showered, and we did our post-race dinner. And I think, I'm still trying to recall, I think we actually went back. That's what we did. We went back downtown. Back downtown, or to the River Walk. Hope I'm not mixing up these races because I'm recording after the fact. But and we went to, I can't even think of the pasta place we went to. But we did go and have a dinner where we sat down and ate pasta. So that was that. After dinner was over, we came back to our room. My flight wasn't scheduled to leave until that afternoon. However, I did go on back to the airport a little bit earlier and kind of just chilled out at the airport until my flight back to Atlanta. took place. So that's pretty much how this Marine Corps Marathon went. I enjoyed the entire experience, especially passing by all of the landmarks. And I am going to wrap this video up at this moment. If you have any questions about the Marine Corps Marathon, I recommend the Marine Corps Marathon, as it was pretty much a flat course, pretty fast. But like I said, you do have your inclines here and there throughout the course, but it wasn't nothing major until you got to the end. But yeah. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Also, let me know if you participated in the 2025 Marine Corps Marathon. And I would also love it if you would subscribe to my channel so that you can come along with me. Let's go on this journey together of running 50 marathons in all 50 states. So that is the goal here of this journey. So I am going to sign off. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace.